Just do what you have to do.
I always do, Sam. I always do.
Understand? I will kill you.
Hello and welcome to Game Profile. Splinter Cell Conviction came out on the Xbox One as a backwards compatibility, and it reminded me how amazing this game was and when I was in my teen years and how it was straight out of a movie, you know, like John Wick mixed in with Taken. Oh man, it was the best. It was simply the wonderful best game ever that I would ever get to play. It was great, it was new, it was exciting for me. It felt like a whole new game. It has stealth elements mixed in with you can go hardcore gunning or just knock them out one by one and go in stealth. But was it the best? Well, let's look on the first Splinter Cell game, which came out in 2002. It was different from other stealth games. How? Not much different. I mean, yeah, you got your other stealth games like your Metal Gear Solid and your Thief, but they really wanted to add those different elements between Metal Gear Solid and Thief and seeing how you could add them together. And plus, well, you're just a cool guy that looks like a spy, you know? And probably the goggles kind of made it different than the others. Everything and how it would challenge the players about how being stealthy and how noise and the darkness and how much you can stay in the shadow and how you can incorporate that as well. But throughout the whole time, it sort of stuck into the whole franchising of a whole other stealth game. But my question is not that it was amazing, but did Conviction ruin the franchise? I believe Conviction was trying to bring in a different audience, and it gave a whole different franchise a big split between the hardcore fans and the new fans, you know, aka me. I mean, I actually played Chaos Theory. That was the first game that I actually played, was from Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, and I thought it was a really good game. I loved the co-op in it and the whole aspect of it, but I just simply loved Splinter Cell Conviction a lot more. But when you've seen the Splinter Cell Conviction Alpha build, which was probably back around 2006 when it was supposed to be released in 2007, you see a lot of elements taken away. It was more hand-to-hand combat and less gunplay, and you can sneak into crowds and not to get caught, and you use a hood to hide, and you know, it kind of reminds you of something of Assassin's Creed. It's not a coincidence that this game was supposed to come in 2007, as in Assassin's Creed did also come in 2007. So you can see a lot of great elements that came from how using the environment and how using crowds to sneak by from Assassin's Creed, which also came out to be another great franchise for them. So we can all assume that those assets have not been wasted. But the game was supposed to come out in 2007, but obviously people had mixed reviews about how it looked, and it got delayed. So in 2010 we got the game, the new and improved, so they say. I think that it was pretty good. The reviews were good. The reviews were kind of great. It even spawned another game which was meh, blacklisted, but you can get what you can get. It kind of looked more like a television series instead of a, you know, how it was. But to be honest, the game was immaculate. It was great. It was fun. It was energetic. It was kind of short, but it was really, the storyline was pretty good. I liked it a lot. The events of the main game takes place 3 years after the Splinter Cell Double Agent. You had choices. The dynamic gameplay was pretty great. You can hit a guy literally in a bathroom, and a guy would be like, "I got no money," and runs right out. The gameplay was solid. Yeah, they may have lost some aspects about whistling, lockpicking, and everything else, but other than that, I think they had a pretty good solid game and what they were trying to hope for. I liked how the game grew as you went. Not like one of those simple games where, oh, they still look the same and it was just a year off. You kind of get the sense of feeling of becoming Sam Fisher and how he progressively got older and older and how more old and weak that he gets. And that's how I kind of grew up and saying he became one of my favorite video game characters. Same way with Solid Snake. You watched him progress, you saw him get old, you saw him get younger, you saw through his whole life. But it's not about him, it's about Sam Fisher. Recently, Ghost Recon Wildlands came up with a new update, and obviously you get to see Sam Fisher. And who got to reprise his role? Michael Ironside. And you get to learn about all these elements and about how sneaky you would have to be. And yeah, it's not all about sneaking, but this one really had to test your skills, and it really was hard. But you really saw how old and gray that he was getting, and how old and tough that he didn't really get to help you fight, obviously. But you can still see how much he still got it. Obviously, he's working for 4th Echelon, but I wouldn't say that Conviction ruined the franchise. It was just different gaming aspects. I mean, who's to say that they won't bring back another Splinter Cell and they'll bring back the hardcore style of what it was before then? Also bringing in what they had for Conviction and Blacklisted. Because obviously, this is pretty much the year of reboots. But what I really liked about this whole game, it was just fun. And as it's free right now for Xbox backwards compatibility, I say you go out, take the time, download the game, at least try it for once. And it has a split screen co-op. Grab a friend and play it. The co-op is really fun, and I really enjoyed playing it. And if you missed couch co-op or A Way Out wasn't your cup of tea, well, you got this. But did Conviction ruin the franchise? I'm saying no. But that's up to you. This is my personal opinion. And hey, if you got any other questions or anything else, and this is my first time trying this out, this is called Game Profile. I'm pretty sure this name's already been taken, but I don't know. I was gonna try to do an Evolve game, and how did that die out? It was a fun game. I've been trying to make it work, but lately it has not been working. I know the servers should be down in next month, but hopefully I can get some gameplay footage and hopefully not. And hopefully and try everything out and see what was missing in the game.
Okay. Okay, that'll do.